The best thing about Runescape is that you can play it however you want. Want to spend all your time skilling and ignoring combat? Go for it. Want to lock your account to a specific region? That's fine too. For me, I'm putting my account in the hands of RNG. Every week, my account will be restricted to new areas. Areas determined by a random chunk picker. This is OSRandomzier. Some of my favorite videos to watch on YouTube are randomizers, specifically randomizers for the Legend of Zelda games. If you've never seen or heard of a Zelda randomizer, I'll explain it in the most basic way. Every item in the game has a location that you get it from, whether it be from a chest, NPC, or minigame. A randomizer will take these items and mix up where they are, so the chest in Ocarina of Time that always gives you the sword may just have an ice trap.
Really? Go get the Kakiri sword chest. It's a good idea.
This forces players to explore places they usually wouldn't go and to figure out what to do next with their limited amount of items. I wanted to try and do the same thing with RuneScape. I want to train skills in ways that no normal person would, but I also don't want to have a large majority of the game unavailable to me like an area restricted account would. That's why I had the idea of randomly selecting new chunks every week. Every Monday, I'll be opening up an old school RuneScape chunk map and randomly selecting 5 chunks. These 5 chunks plus the 8 chunks around them will be available for the week. Every week, I will have to change up my strategy for all my skills as I work towards my list of goals. This list includes things like getting the Fire Cape, unlocking Barrow's Gloves, killing each of the God Wars bosses, and many more. As I complete these goals, I will unlock more chunks each week. I will also allow myself to purchase a single chunk every week if I choose to. This will allow me to complete a goal like getting the Fire Cape without having to wait several weeks until I'm lucky enough to have the fight caves unlocked. But you may be wondering, the fight caves are underground and don't show up on the world map. How am I going to unlock that area? And that's why I'm allowing myself full access to any dungeon within my available chunks. So if I have the Taverley dungeon in one of my chunks, that whole dungeon is available for that week. I also want to be able to train Slayer and complete quests, so as long as the Slayer Master or the Quest Start are in my unlocked chunks, then I have full access to the area I may need to go to complete them. I am also allowing myself to do any clue scroll because getting the requirements will already be hard enough. The last bit of exceptions and specifications are that all forms of travel outside of my chunks are allowed as long as they don't offer an excessive amount of XP. This means that teleporting and agility shortcuts are okay to use when traveling to and from my unlocked chunks. I will also only be able to use my player-owned house if a house portal is in one of my chunks. I will not be able to use any shops outside of my chunks, including shops that have exclusive items like the construction shop in Keldagrim, and if I don't have a bank unlocked for the week, then I'm playing like an ultimate Iron Man. A document that goes into more detail about the rules and has a full list of my goals will be in the description down below. Welcome to episode 1 of OSRandomzier. Alright, time to log into the account for the first time. Well, first time since completing Tutorial Island. First thing we should do though is go over to the chunk map and figure out what chunks we have. I've already gone through and selected all my chunks just so I could kind of look at them and plan a little bit, but here's what we have. First off, we've got this wilderness chunk. Don't know how useful it is, but we have the Ferox Enclave and a bank there, so that's nice. The most important part that we have probably is this area. We've got Sears Village, we've got Catherby and Falador. It's really nice to get like this huge area because we got 2 chunks right beside each other. We've got 2 banks here, so that's really good. This is probably where I'll spend the most time throughout the week, trying to figure out everything I can do here, what kind of quests I can do, probably do a lot of fishing in Catherby. Yeah, this is probably the most important area that we have. Next, we've got Mortmire Swamp, kind of half Mortmire Swamp, and then this other section that's got the dig site and mage training arena. I don't know, maybe we'll be able to do dig site and maybe mage training arena if we can get that far and have the runes for it. And the last chunk that we have is by far the most useless. I don't think I'm going to use this area at all. Maybe we could do Shiloh Village, but realistically, you probably don't have the requirements for it, so I'll probably never touch this area. So here we are, fresh off of Tutorial Island. I don't think I want to keep all of this stuff. I don't want to make it like too easy for me. I guess I'll keep these stuff just because I don't know why not. That's just how I do it. If you take a look at my map, I've also gotten this RuneLight plugin that shows like what chunks I can go to and what chunks I can't go to. So that way it'll be really easy for me to keep track of where I can actually go. So walking through our area, of course we are within our chunks. We've got the boy here to start the witch's house quest. I don't remember the exact requirements for like what items we may need. So I'm just going to give this a go, see if I can get it done or if I run into any roadblocks. Oh, wait, you need cheese for this spot. And I don't know if I can get cheese in my area. I guess I'll have to come back to this and look for if I can find cheese anywhere around here. So instead, we're actually going to do Druidic Ritual. Of course, this quest is right here, and this will unlock Herblore for us. If we can do it now, that'll be amazing. If not, I don't know when the next time we'll get this chunk will be. So hopefully, please, we have everything that we need for doing this quest, and we can get it done. I can't believe I just did this. I can't believe I just did this. Literally 18.5 minutes into my first hardcore Iron Man, and I died already. I was crossing White Wolf Mountain. I wasn't recording. All I could do was start it right after dying. Oh, and I have to talk to death and go through all of these dialogue options. I can't believe I really already died on my hardcore. Well, I'm not going to bother with making a new account. I didn't really care about the hardcore status too much. I'm just going to continue playing as an Iron Man. Hey, I got my first random event already, and it's an XP one. I was just up here about to get my tombstone, but I'll just go ahead and do this exam first. Alright, first XP tome. I don't really know what I want to put this in. I mean, realistically, all my skills are level 1, and anything that I can train here, I'll feel like is a waste if I can put it into that. I'll just go ahead and loot my gravestone and just take everything out of here. We can reach it from here, so that's really good. Yeah, I should have taken the long way around the first time. It's a lot safer. I guess I just must have misclicked. Alright, we are officially in a safe zone. Let's go ahead and figure out what we want to do. I can go up here and do murder mysteries. I just need to find a pot. There's got to be a general store around here somewhere. Yeah, right here on the docks. So I'll check the general store for a pot real quick. And for money, I guess I can just pickpocket some men. I'll just start pickpocketing some men, get some money, also train some thieving, buy myself a pot, and then we'll go do murder mysteries. So I was coming up here to do the quest, and I found that there is actually cabbage and potatoes that we can pick here and use as food. I wasn't sure if I would really have a good food source for such a low level. Not really sure where I can fish right now because all there are is anchovy spots, and you can't fish anchovy until 15. Also, there is a cow and chicken pen here, so I'll be able to train my combat stats a little bit, be able to kill these guys, get some bones, pick up their food, get some cooking XP from that, and this is actually all coming together pretty nicely. So I've been killing chickens for a little bit, looking at the map, and I think I'm actually going to come down to Falador and mine right here. There's copper, tin, iron, and coal. I think I'm going to work on my smithing and mining and try to get myself some better armor and try to get some better weapons. There's a furnace right here, and I'm sure there's an anvil somewhere. I mean, there's Doric's anvil. Maybe I'll do that quest if I can mine clay somewhere. If not, I'm sure there's another anvil somewhere else that I can use. As I finish up the... Oh, level 6 mining. As I finish up this inventory here, I figured out that I cannot use this shortcut right here. It requires level 5, so I can't use it. I don't think there's any way for me to train agility within any of my areas here. So I'm gonna have to actually go all the way up and around and go through this gate and go all the way down to get to the bank. It's gonna be a lot of really long trips for mining, but I think it will be worth it in the long run. I think I'm actually wrong for thinking that you can only fish anchovies in an anchovy spot. I checked the map in Lumbridge and it said anchovies there where you fish shrimp, and you can fish shrimp here. Okay, I'm an idiot. I'm going to train fishing because, oh, what is this? A Quizmaster. Let's see what this gets us. And of course, we take the mystery box. Let's see what this gives us. Wait, a mithril scimitar. That's actually really good. What the fuck? Okay, nice. We have a mithril scimitar. That's our best weapon for probably a long time. We can't even use it yet. We need 20 attack. But that's fine. We have got a mithril scimitar in the bag. We're in the middle of mining right here, but we have ourselves a mysterious old man, and it's a maze. So I'll go ahead and do this maze and see what I get. Alright, we have 67% reward left. 2/3 of it left. Not bad. Let's see what we get. That's not very good. Can't really do much with death runes, and only 167 gold is really not much. That actually kind of sucked. And here we got 15 smithing. We can now start making iron stuff, so very nice. Kind of hopping all over the place right now, but here we finish Murder Mystery. That gets us 1400 crafting XP and 2000 coins. Very nice. 1400 crafting XP. That gets us up to 11 crafting. So that's very good. We haven't touched that yet. So that's a free 10 levels for us. After all this time, I'm finally going to start fishing again. I can fish right here in this small net spot and I can catch some shrimp. I think this is probably some of the best fishing spots I'm going to have for a while. So I'm going to aim for getting 40 fishing. That'll get me the ability to fish some lobsters. I'll try to fish myself a couple hundred lobsters or something like that before the week is over. Also, this area has the fishing contest quest, so if I can get myself up to 10 fishing, then I can do that quest as well. And there is 10 fishing. Even though this took half a second for you guys, this was a miserable grind. Fishing shrimp is so slow. But now I'm going to go do the fishing contest quest. That'll unlock the underpath for White Wolf Mountain so we won't die again. And that'll get us some free fishing levels. Alright, fishing contest is complete. 2,437 XP, very nice. That gets us up to 18 fishing. I know we can at least fish anchovies with that, so that'll speed up our training a little bit. And we can also, like I said, go under White Wolf Mountain. There is 30 mining. We've been doing a lot of AFK mining. That gets us the requirement for Elemental Workshop. So let's go see if we can do that quest. So I cannot do Elemental Workshop. There are a couple items that I need that I cannot get. But doing some research with the Twitch chat, I found out that this wilderness chunk is actually very good for us. The graveyard right here has a plank spawn, which we can walk around and pick up planks and use those to train construction, because I actually do have an estate agent down here in Falador. And also there's a grizzly bear spawn somewhere around there. There's runes that spawn here. Up in the bandit camp, we've got a cheese spawn right there. There's also some rats there. So we've got pretty much everything we need here to get Druidic Ritual and the Witch's House complete. So we're going to go to the wilderness and check out what else this place has to offer for us. So I made myself a nice little trip to the wilderness and got myself some cheese and ended up dying twice. But we kept the cheese, so it's okay. Oh my god, I ate the fucking piece of cheese. I thought left click would be use, not eat, and now I don't have cheese. Now I need to go back into the wilderness and get another slice. I've been doing a lot of AFKing while editing the video, and there is 40 fishing, so now we can catch lobsters. We got our first clue scroll here. We were killing some goblins. Easy clue. Since we can go anywhere to do clue scrolls, I'm going to go ahead and attempt this, see if we can get it done, and see if we get something nice from the casket. Clue scroll done. It was only 2 steps. Let's see if we get something good. And I mean, we got a coif and a master clue, which we're obviously going to drop. But yeah, not really the best clue. We are back here in the wilderness. I'm killing this rat. We've got 2 slices of cheese. We're getting all this shit done so we can do our quests. Now made my way over to the Chaos Dwarves Fortress. Here we are picking up some runes. Just getting my first little bit of runes on the account. And as you can see, they spawn in groups of 5. So I'm just going to camp these runes out for a little bit, see how many I can get, and hopefully not get PK'd. Alright, we did the Witch's House. We did not mess up the cheese this time, and we have 6,300 HP XP. That gets us all the way up to 26 hit points, so that's very good for us. Let's get Druidic Ritual done now. And here we are, Druidic Ritual. Let's talk to this guy, get the quest complete. And there we go, 250 Herblore XP. Everybody knows that gets you up to level 3 Herblore. So Herblore is officially unlocked, so we don't have to worry about getting this chunk again just to get Herblore. Black Knight's Fortress is now complete. Not gonna lie, I thought this gave you smithing XP. That's actually the Knight's Sword. But hey, it's another quest knocked out of the way. We are here to become full-grown adults. We are buying ourselves our first house. We now have 5K for it. Okay, it's actually only 1K, so we still have 4K left over. That's very nice for us. But we now own a house. As soon as we can get the stuff to actually train construction, because we do not have a saw, we can start doing construction. I've been picking flax and spinning them into bowstrings to get some crafting levels. Here's 20 crafting, just kind of rounding out some of the levels that we can actually train here. This is also going to allow us to train fletching a lot faster, because now we can actually string bows instead of just cutting some bows. So we're going to train our fletching now. I missed the level, but we got 20 fletching. I think we're kind of finishing up with all the stuff that I want to do in this area, or at least all the stuff I can do within the week. One of the last things I can think of to do is to come back into the wilderness and pick up more runes. Don't really know if there's going to be a good rune spawn or not in the next area, or like a rune shop. So I'm just going to keep picking up some runes because I don't want to be locked out of training magic next week. All right, we are leaving the fortress. We've got about 700 to 800 of every rune. Looking really good. I think this is a good amount for us to have. I guess I'm just gonna fish and then call this a week. We now have 49 fishing. This has all been done off of lobsters, so we've got ourselves tons of lobsters. I'm gonna call that for fishing, and the week is coming to an end, so we're just gonna wrap it up. And here we are to wrap up the first week. So here are just some notable items that I have in my inventory. Got a whole lot of runes from camping out in the wilderness. I have a lot of iron knives that I smelted while getting my smithing and mining levels up, along with these nails. I've got planks for construction whenever I get a saw. I've got all this food for next week, and I got this lucky mithril scimitar from the mystery box from my first random event. We also completed a few quests, nothing huge, but it was nice XP. And here's the stats. I guess the most notable ones are 49 fishing, really high up there, especially I just wanted to get the most food out of this area as I could since it had such good fishing spots. And then I guess also our smithing and mining are pretty high as well. Besides that, I tried to get a nice round balance of everything else. I actually think before wrapping this up, I will go buy Eyes of Newt. But anyways, next week, we're starting it off right away with picking all new chunks. So you will not see this map again with these chunks. We're going to have all new areas for next week. So I'm excited for that. If you guys liked the video, I would appreciate it if you drop me a like and subscribe. You can watch most of the progress that I do on this account over on twitch.tv/kbdan with 2 N's. And I'll see you next week.